Alright, let's dive deeper into the story of Wistoria. Wand and Sword, Episode 6. Here's a more detailed, conversational retelling of Between Pride and Passion. We're in the middle of a forest, and all hell's breaking loose. Well, Serfort, this student from Regarden Magical Academy, is standing there looking completely baffled. Why? Well, his teammate, Sion Ulster, has just cast a spell at him and another guy named Julius Reinberg. Talk about a team fallout. Sion's standing there, eyes blazing like he's ready to set the whole forest on fire, and he goes, "I've been bearing myself and doing everything you asked, Colette, but now I'm claiming my payment. Fight me, flunky." Can you believe it? Will's just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Now, Colette Loire, she's part of their team too, and she's not having any of this. She's yelling, "Stop it, Sion!" Sion? He's not listening. He's so worked up, he keeps pushing Will. "Hurry up and take the sword, flunky." Taunt. Here's where it gets interesting. We get a little peek into Sion's head, and boy is it messy in there. He's been holding this grudge against Will for ages. In his mind, he's thinking, right from the start, I found him to be miserable. He was so miserable and an eyesore, and that's why I tried to get him not to be an eyesore. We see this flashback of younger Sion, all high and mighty, offering Will a chance to be his subordinate. But Will? He never saw Sion or anyone else as beneath him. That, my friends, what really got under Sion's skin. Back to the present, and the forest has turned into a magical battleground. Sion's throwing fire spells left and right. "Lancier entwined, thorns of flame, O flames, obey me, Ignis Rooks." The air's crackling, trees are catching fire, and poor Will's jumping around like a rabbit trying not to get barbecued. Sion's getting more and more frustrated. He's shouting, "Are all you can do is just hop around and run away like an animal? Attack me." Will, he's torn. Got this promise to some folks named Donnan and the others, and he's trying to keep it together. He's pleading with Sion, "I can't. We're a team now. This is no time to be fighting." Meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of people watching this go down. It's part of something called the Grand Magic Festival. There's this professor, Edward Serfants, and he's not impressed. He's saying, whatever their reasons, fighting among teammates is outrageous. The scouts are gonna dock points for this. Oh, and get this. While all this is happening, we meet this girl named Iris Churchill. She's a fourth-year student, and she's got her eye on Will. She's chatting with this other student, Rosti, and she says, "At first, I had no intention of knowing him, and now I found myself captivated by him." Looks like Will's got an admirer. Back in the forest, Colette's trying to stop this madness, but then Julius shows up, and he's being a real jerk. He's taunting Colette, calling her Earth Princess, and she is not happy about it. She snaps back, "Don't call me by that name." Now, Julius pulls this crazy move. He uses something called Magia Vander to make copies of himself. Everyone's confused, especially this other team, Squad 12, led by a guy named Wignall Lindor. While all this is going down, we've got these elf observers, Philvis Chalia and Lafia Viridis, watching and commenting. They're kind of like magical sports commentators. Well, back to the main event, Sion's really showing off now. He summons this Firehawk Guardian called Halcon Gardinus. Pretty impressive stuff. He's chanting, "Burn, howl, rage, soar. The sky is thine to command. O Firebird, I name thee Guardian." Everyone watching is like, whoa, this kid's got skills.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Will's been on the defensive this whole time, but now he's thinking, if Sion is saying he recognizes me, then I have to face him with my all. So he starts gearing up for a counterattack. Tension's building. Both Sion and Will are preparing their biggest spells. Sion's got this wide-ranged annihilation spell cooking, and Will's getting ready to counter it. Just when you think it's all gonna explode, Colette jumps in between them. She's yelling, "Stop this right now!" Her clothes are all torn up from the magical crossfire, but she doesn't care. Will sees his chance. With Colette holding Scion back, he makes a run for it. He's still set on settling things with Julius. As he's running off, falls back. "Sorry, Scion. Let's have a proper fight next." Now the scene changes. We're at this big stadium, and the announcers are going wild. They're saying Squad 9, led by Julius Reinberg, is the first to arrive. It looks like Julius has got this in the bag. But wait, who's that coming up behind him? It's Will. Somehow, he's made it to the stadium too. He locks eyes with Julius and says, "It's on, Julius." And that's where they leave us hanging. The rivalry between Will and Julius is about to come to a head. There's this crown they're fighting for, and the glory of winning the Grand Magic Festival. Throughout all this, we've been seeing flashbacks of Scion's relationship with Will. It's clear there's a lot of history there. Scion's always seen Will as this annoying, persistent guy who just won't give up, even though Scion thinks he's talentless. We also get glimpses of the other students and faculty watching this all unfold. Some are shocked, some are excited, and others are trying to figure out what this means for the competition. There's a lot of talk about magical abilities, spells, and techniques. It's clear that in this world, magic is a big deal, and how well you can use it determines your status and success. The episode does a great job of building up the tension between all these characters. We've got Will, who's just trying to prove himself and keep his promises. There's Scion, who's got all this pent-up anger and resentment. Julius is this overconfident rival who seems to have it out for Will. And Colette's stuck in the middle, trying to keep her team together. As the episode ends, we're left wondering, how's this going to affect the rest of the competition? What's going to happen between Will and Julius? And what about Scion? Is he going to calm down, or is this just the beginning of more conflict? It's a wild ride from start to finish, full of magic, rivalry, and personal struggles. And it sets us up perfectly for the next episode, El Glas Frost. Can't wait to see what happens next.